If there's one thing I love about media is their take on the Middle Ages. So many potential for the fantastical elements such as dragons, ogres, magic, and more on top of the sword fighting, stuff like Zelda, Adventure Time, kinda, Dark Souls, Medieval, Final Fantasy, Dragon's Quest, Army of Darkness.
Yeah. Alright, you primitive screwheads, listen up. See this? This is my boomstick!
But how could I forget about Don Bluth's Dragon Lair, made in 1983? Who doesn't adore Don Bluth's work, such as An American Tail, The Secret of Nim, All Dogs Go to Heaven, The Land Before Time, and more. Most other games of the era represented the character as a sprite, but Dragon's Lair was the first of its kind to be animated, and that's impressive. With the story of Dirk the Daring attempting to rescue Princess Daphne from the evil dragon Singe, who has locked the princess in the foul wizard's Mordrock's castle. The game is notorious for being difficult, and the SNES port is actually worse. But I won't be talking about any of those versions since you've already got plenty of videos on the web saying how much they love the arcade version and how much they hate the SNES port. But the version I was surprised to find out existed was the SNES version, and as soon as I started it, I immediately regretted it.
Why?
For starters, this game does not look good. It isn't even charming, it just looks like an expansion with more levels and better graphics. But that's really not saying much. Dirk's controls are so stiff and awkward, and the level designs don't already even designed with his stiffness in mind. It's also so zoomed in that half the time I get hit by enemies off screen. The music's bland, the enemies are so annoying to deal with, especially the floating dragons' heads. And the enemy placement is also rapidly rancid with Volsovok placement. The levels have this problem of being too wide and open, and if the enemies aren't getting you, then the falling of the stage will with lots of leaps of faith. This sucks. The presence can enjoy your time being captured. Luckily enough, I don't have any other game I was curious about but turned out bad. Right? Right?
Why?
Oh God, oh lordy, jeez, what the hell is that? I'm sorry, but this is not how you transition Paperboy from 2D to 3D. I mean, I get that Paperboy was popular back in the 80s, but this is just not how you do it. Like, who thought this was okay for Nintendo 64? This was released in the same year as Mario Golf, Rayman 2 The Great Escape, Resident Evil 2, Mario Party, Pokemon, Snap, Toy Story 2. Do I need to say more? The graphics look like what the second 3D related thing a student made after Bubsy 3D. Paperboy controls sluggishly. The difficulty of easy and normal are practically the same, except you'd need to deliver more papers in normal. And hard is just sticking a time limit, increasing the number of papers you deliver, and calling it a day. That doesn't make things harder, it makes things more unfair. The music isn't even very good, it's just blech. All of the charm of the original arcade game is lost. If you want to actually play a Paperboy game, do yourself a favor and avoid this version at all costs. Stick to the original version. Boy, this was a terrible idea. I'm currently editing this video, but here's something I found. It's from apparently one of the producers of Paperboy 64. for saying that the look was supposed to be stylized, but due to the limitation of the engine and the Nintendo 64, it made the result look bad. He also apparently did most of the headlines and front pages in the game, so that's interesting.